Hello. Gambler. Is that a gambler boat in the picture? I heard they got new gamblers coming out. Talk to me. Is this true or not? Juice Newton, what's up? What is up? Ryan Thiel. Hello. How are you? I have successfully done jack shit this week. So Eric came down, hung out with him. That's okay. I can miss a few days, go hang out with Eric, do a little fishing. Then yesterday, my buddy called me and he's like, "Hey man, I really need your help to go pick up this grill. Go get the grill." And that takes up most of my afternoon. Don't get shit done yesterday. Wednesday, got some stuff. And then today, one of my best friends growing up, like best man at my wedding, hadn't seen him since COVID started. So a couple years been since I've seen him. Well, he strolls by and sends me a text and he says, "Are you at the shop?" Yeah. 2.5 hours later, it's noon 30, and he leaves, and then I realize that I'm out of black paint. When I go to start painting, no black paint, so got to go buy black paint. So I go and buy black paint. Then I come back and I finally get going, and I'm able to like produce something. That was my only goal. It's like, dude, you gotta at least produce something. So I got I got some stuff done, but it's been painful. It has been painful to get a little bit done. So uh, I'm trying. I am trying. As as pathetic. And the thing is, uh, I and what I do. Uh, what's how's the saying go? Kill what I eat what I kill. If I don't paint, I don't make any money. So now I'm like a week behind on money making. So next week I'm gonna have to double my this week. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. What size are these eyes? Now I got to dig out eyeballs for these little puny amount of baits I was able to finish today. But all good, all good. We're alive, we're breathing, we're healthy, we're doing good. Juice, we caught him pretty good, man. We caught him pretty good. Not gonna lie. Uh, it was uh, it was kind of surprising actually. Damn, these are good looking eyes. I forgot I ordered them. Yeah, we had fun. Had a good time. Had a good time. So these match. Um, we did a little. We tried to do some cranking, but that was not. I um, I looked at the river reading, and it's been flooded for like months down here. So all the cranking water is up north. It's not even that far north, but it's up the river a little bit from where we went the first day. And so I looked at the river reading, and on Tuesday it says it was going to be at like 7 feet. And I was like, that's not so bad. Like it's probably out in the woods a little bit, but maybe it's shallow enough out there that it's got them pulled out to the edge, at least where you can potentially get to them, and you might be able to get like a bite or two. So I forgot a huge piece of that pie, and that is that it has been found that the river reading is 2 feet off. So if you read that it's 7 foot on the internet, the actual gauge where it's taken from is 2 feet off. So if it's 7 feet on the internet, it's 9 feet in real life. So that's about like 3, 4 feet over what it needs to be. So it's like way out in the woods. Like the river is running through everything. Like you can't get away from it. And so we launched the boat. Took about 5 minutes to realize this isn't happening. Like this is way higher than I thought it was. So we put the boat on the trailer, went south, found some good clear water that wasn't out in the woods, and was able to catch a few fish, but no cranking, unfortunately, no cranking. So, but the day was salvaged. The day was salvaged. But and Eric didn't bring. He kept it simple. I think he just wanted to, you know, not have to think, which I don't blame him. You just want to get in the boat, ride along, have some laughs, uh, maybe catch a fish or two, but not think too hard. Probably shouldn't be showing these baits off, but it is what it is. Hence the stupid title of this video, YouTubers. Sorry, Eric. But I didn't know what to do with these things, and then it hit me. This would be a good. This would be a fun thing to fun thing to paint on these. So here they are. These are timber tigers, Ryan. Um, they are timber tigers. So uh, Instagrammers, if y'all like YouTube better, I'm over there on the YouTubes as well. So if you feel like closing your app and listening and not having to keep your Instagram app open, slide on over to the YouTubes. The YouTubes. And yes, I put an S on that on purpose because I think it's funny when people say the YouTubes. But let's see. Let's see what I'm going to do here. I got to get my super glue out. And this eye and that eye are different. So that's, let me see if this eye fits. I have to make sure. I have to do a YouTubes Unite. Hella, how was your tournament? How was your tourney? Did you win? Did you lose? Did you have a good time? What's the story? What is the story? Okay, so we're going to do that. Got second. How far were you off? Jeremy, what's up, bro? Big Reb, we did. We did. We had a blast. It was honestly kind of odd because I've known Eric for a few years now, and to have him sitting in my boat was kind of strange, honestly. Kind of strange. But like I said, we had a good time. We had a good time. Are these fives? Or are these? I guess these are close enough. I don't know. Who the hell knows? I can't tell these damn eyeballs apart anymore. That one's smaller. That's a 5 millimeter. What is this? That's got to be the same. We're gonna roll with this one, maybe. Can't keep these stupid eyeballs. Uh, Cold, super windy. Water was mid 40s. Caught 14 pounds of smallies on jerk baits. Missed first by a pound. Damn, that was a painful day. It sounds like. We'll see if AJ reports back with a good report when he gets done farting around at wherever he is. I'm feeling like I'm gonna run out of super glue on this one. I feel like I'm gonna run out of super glue. I think this is the color. I mean, this is the size. I can't even tell. Hold on, we got a bait report over here. Let me check it out. Tested the Woodrow 3-piece rat yesterday, and you're not gonna lie, it's terrible. Can't even go medium speed, and it starts to spin like a whopper plot bird. Even a slow retrieve, the boat moves to left and right. Not good. Not good. I don't know. I don't know much about the Woodrow rat, but knowing the swim bait world, it probably wasn't the easiest bait to come across. So that's unfortunate. Especially, it sounds wooden. I'm sure. One, two. Hello, what's your next tournament and where at? Okay. Okay. Ryan Thiel says the Woodrow is supposed to be a good rat. It's been around a while. Maybe you got a lemon. Is Mr. Woodrow man hard to get a hold of? I don't know who that person is, but hopefully he's the type of guy that says, "Yo, let me fix that right up," and not, "Yo, stick that Woodrow up your butt. It swims awesome." Hopefully he doesn't say, my rats are mint. It's operator error. You don't know how to fish a damn rat." Tim? Jeremy says the Spro will run with any high end rat out there. I don't know. Say the Elude 3-piece zombie can do it all. It's a good rat. Um, you talking about their actual rat looking one or their? I guess that's the only one they make. I don't know. Did I show y'all my goofy ass rat that I built like 10 years ago? I'll make somebody a hell of a deal. I'll make somebody a hell of a deal on this fuzzy jointed dildo. Any takers? It's made of balsa. Add your own tail. It's a classic. 50 cents. It's offensive. That thing's a damn relic, dude. It's a piece of history. It's a piece of tacklecraft history. You think I can let that thing go for 50 cents? It's appalling. Tim Green. Oh, Spro quit making the their little whatever bait that is they make. The rat thing, the BBZ rat, made by what's that dude's name? Bill Siementhal. Isn't that his brain job? Jeremy, as odd as it sounds, I typically do not find in my entire life of fishing that down here, grinnell or mudfish, as they're known in other parts of the country, do not typically seek out topwater baits. Um, like I've caught a few on it, but you catch way more on other stuff. Oh, you dick. You typically don't catch a ton down here on grinnell. I mean on topwater, but you would think that they're so aggressive and mean that they would just you catch them all the time, but you really don't. I think lifetime I've caught probably two on like a frog or a buzzbait or something. Um, yeah, not a lot of action on the topwater grinnells. Couldn't tell you why. Couldn't tell you why. That's too small. Hmm. Bowfin. I caught a stud on a hollybelly frog in the pads. Most of them have been on probably on spinner baits. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it is that they don't eat topwaters more. Oh, you dick. It'd be a lot cooler if they did. I know that. If they ate topwater, I probably wouldn't even fish for bass. I honestly love catching grinnell. Love it. If I could go out and throw a buzzbait and catch nothing but grinnell, I'd be into that. Injected foam. I didn't know that. The head and the tail section has the rattles. Huh. AJ, I thought you were off the grid fishing this weekend. The grinnell crush frogs in Hellabass land. Darius, what's up on Kentucky Lake? Do grinnell eat topwaters where you live? Or mudfish or bowfin or whatever they're called in Kentucky Lake land? Hella, on a typical day of grinnell fishing or bass fishing with a frog, how many grinnell would you expect to catch? Out of curiosity, they eat topwater good at Kentucky Lake. So maybe it's just these losers down here. Like I honestly didn't catch a fish on a topwater, a grinnell on a topwater till I was like 35. Pretty odd. Plenty on crankbaits and spinnerbaits and worms and stuff, but it was always like a real like freak thing if you catch one on a moving bait. I mean on a topwater. I did have one attack a. They like bright stuff. I was throwing a bright orange swamp donkey one day down here, and I had a grinnell blast it. They had back in the day. They would have grinnell tournaments here. I don't. They still might, uh, but it would take like best five would be like 40 pounds, and big fish would be like 12. Like they get big ones down here. Uh, Jeremy, I always forget you're from there. I always think you're like a Massachusetts guy for some reason. I don't know why that is. Dude, I have really gotten to where I do not like putting eyeballs on baits. Shoe pick, yes, yes. It is the native tongue of Louisiana for grinnell. Shoe pick. Travis, you didn't miss shit. But you can answer a question for us. Do grinnell in your area, if you have them, eat topwaters? Not a Yankee. Not a Yankee, he says. Uh, no mudfish. And so if you're traveling to Kansas, your baits are safe. No mudfish. Or bass. Gar, yeah, we catch a lot of gar on topwater. Sea bass. Putting eyeballs on these timber tigers so I can go clear coat them. So I can get these things out of my face. I'm sick of looking at timber tigers. Paul, it's not just any mistake. Chrome mistake. Chrome mistake. I even mistake the eyes. No extra charge. Travis, that's not even half of them, dude. Not even half of them. It's like as many as I paint, they keep multiplying. They keep multiplying. Oh, what eyes am I going to fill on this? I think these get these. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Doing silver on these. I don't know if I'm going to have, I might have to break this tube of super glue open to save a little bit. There we go. Old mistake. Does anybody throw that in their part of the world? That is one of the, speaking of Grinnell, that is one of the favorites of the Grinnell population down here. Oh, you dick. The Grinnells love mistake. I hate these damn eye holes. They don't fit anything. Does anybody buy any baits from Mans? Are they still a company? Do they still sell stuff? Travis has an EE question. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's not like we were like put any of that shit to the test. Uh, like we were just casting in open water, so you really couldn't like tell. But yeah, I mean, everything seemed normal to me. Seemed normal to me. You don't know what the deal is with Mans. I wonder what happened to the hard nose series. That seemed really good in concept. Did anybody ever try the hard nose series from Mans? Or was it too smart? Because they were like shooting themselves in the foot by making a bait that didn't tear up that much. All right. Still make the jelly worm. They have a bait with a spring in it. Interesting. Oh, I should have bought glue when I was out. What a fool. What a fool. I didn't look happy when me and E were fishing. It's probably because I was thinking. Uh, typically, when I'm on the water, uh, unless I just start like smashing them and they're like figured out and like my job is done, uh, I'm usually not very bubbly. Um, but I mean, my typical demeanor is pretty dry. Uh, it's actually very, very dry. Uh, my humor is very dry. I'm just dry. Uh, but yeah, I could be having the best time in the world, um, and you probably wouldn't read it off of my face or like my body language or anything. So uh, Travis, you were correct. It was not. It was not the bite, but I still want. I didn't want to like, I didn't want to take him out there and like be a be a damn suck fest. You know what I mean? Like I had a little bit of had a little bit of pressure on myself to like at least do something. Um, like if we had fished a bunch, like if we fished all the time together, it wouldn't matter. Like if I was Travis and had fished with Eric that much, like if me and Eric go out and don't get a bite, like I don't give a rat's ass. But first time meeting somebody, and his first time down here, he'd never seen the Delta, and I was like, I gotta make something. I gotta make something happen here. Um, at least showing that fish live here, and I'm not a total loser. And this, like I said, this area down here, like where we went, it is still very foreign to me. Like when I was, I don't know it very well at all. Like when I was a kid, all the grass died, and when all the grass died, it really went to sucking. So I just would drive 2.5 hours up the road and fish at Miller's Ferry, and that's where I got good. That's where I knew, like I know Miller's Ferry like the back of my hand. Like, but down here, I don't know it that great. So up there, I wouldn't have had any pressure on me. Here, I had a little bit of pressure on me, just because it's, not my normal stuff. Uh, Still trying to get a decent grasp on it. Um, but Marty Barnes, what's up? Darius says that Eric and I are like oil and water. In ways, yeah. In ways. I'm typically quiet and reserved. I meet lots of strangers. Eric is not quiet and reserved and never meets a stranger. So, in that sense, yes, we are very much oil and water. Passion for bass fishing, cut from the same cloth. Lots of personality traits are very similar, but yeah, as far as whatever personality types you would call that, yeah. Eric doesn't like running the front, fishing by himself. I guess he likes running the front, but he doesn't like fishing by himself. Like me, I prefer to fish by myself. I love fishing solo. Um, South Jersey, I did not see that dude's interview. Seems like he doesn't have lots of. Seems like he has a lot of people that don't like him. Not Eric, this other gentleman. Um, Travis, I completely understand that. That's like, I think that's how I am. Like, I don't want to disappoint anybody, and I know when I'm by myself, um, when I'm by myself, like I don't. There's no pressure because I don't care honestly if I go out there and cast for 9 hours and never get a bite. Like I honestly just like being away from everything in the boat, listening to the water splash up against it, casting, thinking, doing whatever. You know what I mean? Like just zoning out, being away from work and the shit that makes your brain hurt. And like I like getting away from that and just going out there and just casting. Uh, Actually, catching stuff is a bonus. Like I wasn't like that when I was coming up when I was like tournament fishing and stuff. I I was mad at the world, and I'd pull the trolling motor up 150 times a day, just like, you know, like a madman. But as I've gotten older, uh, with work and kids and stuff, like I just I just want to go cast. I just want to go cast and smell some air. So, um, but if I get on a bite, sure, I'd like to like call my dad or Jody or somebody and be like, hey, come get in the boat and let's go snatch on these things. Um, but I remember I tried to be generous one day and share, and my uncle and my nephew were up at our river house at Miller's Ferry, and it was during duck season, and I had been fishing, and I was back in this creek, and it had this pond in the back of it that was perfectly legal to fish. It was accessible by water, um, but I went in there, and there was ducks everywhere, dude. I was like, dude, this thing is loaded. So I went back, and I said, hey. So I found this pond, and it's got a million ducks in it. Let's go in there and shoot them this afternoon. Okay. So my cousin was young. He was probably like 12. And we get in there, and we hunt for like 3 hours, 2.5 hours. And boat has like a pop-up blind, so we're just like sitting in the boat, dicking around. And dude, like after being there 30 minutes, my cousin was like, this place sucks. It's like, shut up. You gotta, like, they're coming. And I wouldn't have had to have, I wouldn't have had to have listened to that abuse had I, like, just kept it to myself and went up there and shot him and been done with it. But I was trying to be, accommodating. So, dude, it was like every time I looked down, I would hear, where's the birds? This place sucks. I was like, listen, you little shit. I didn't bring you up here to listen to you whine about not seeing a duck. I was like, you gotta chill out. They're coming. And he wouldn't shut up. I'm hungry. I want something to drink. And it was like it went on and on and on. Dude, we were in two boats, and they were like, I think we're gonna leave. Like, you're leaving? They're like, yeah. So I took them back out to the river, and like they got in their boat and left. I go back in there, and dude, it wasn't like I could still hear their motor running down the river. And about that time, dude, the sky turned black. It was the craziest shit you've ever seen. Like, I got all that negativity out of my boat, and it was just me sitting there, and like literally looked up, and it was like you just take your gun and go, and a limit of ducks falls out of the air. And so I shot my limit and left, and they had like literally like just gotten the boat put up and like walked up to the house, and I was coming in the slough, and I got out of the boat, and they're like, what are you doing here? Cleaning my damn ducks. What are you dickheads doing? And they're like, nah. I'm like, don't listen to me, but here they are. I got, many as I wanted. We could have had 20 if you dickheads would have stayed, but you left. So but it's like stuff like that, like times like that when you're like, you got this, you're like, oh, they're gonna bite, and you like, or they're gonna, ducks are here, and then you sit there and no ducks. It's not a great feeling, but you want to perform and put people on birds or fish or whatever. So, but you don't have that pressure when you're by yourself. So I think that's what I, and like fishing with my dad. I don't have any real pressure to because I know he doesn't give a shit. He's not like looking to catch something. Um, but it's a bonus. But he really just wants to get out there like me and just get away from everything and sniff some clean air and not be at the shop or not be at home or wherever. Not that home's bad, but you know what I mean. Y'all get it. So when I got back to the camp, I told my little snot nosed nephew he could eat a dick, and he wasn't getting invited to any more duck hunting trips because he was such a little whiny ass bitch. You would have been such a damn whiner and sat there and chilled out for another 15 minutes. You would have blasted ducks. But I'm gonna have grilled duck breast tonight, and you're having beanie weenies. So suck it. 7-year-old to use a spinning rod. I will say, my daughter got a spin cast pole for Easter, and she is kind of badass at it already. She like whips the bait around and like casts it. She's pretty good, dude. She might win a casting kid's like youngest ever, if they even still do that. I think my daughter at 5 will be able to compete. Maybe 4. She's pretty good now. So I have to look at the casting kids competitions and see if they're still a thing. But critical gravy, I just put some eyeballs on some lures, and I'm about to go clear coat them now. So not much. South Jersey, I don't think loons are as bad as cormorants. No, I think cormorants are the root of all evil as far as water birds. Um, Travis, you don't like eating duck? You ever had a wood duck? Dude, I would ew, I would almost guarantee I could cook you a wood duck that would be like it would change your mind. It would change your mind. I think. I hope. I don't know how anybody could taste it and be like, ew, that's yuck. Um, the duck you had was like liver. No, no, you need to eat a teal or a wood duck, something small. If you had something that tasted like liver, I don't know what that would have been. Maybe you're eating some old ass gadwall or something. I don't know what that would. I don't know what would have been tough or yeah. You might have been eating some like I don't know, like a damn canvas back or something. Hell, you might have been. You sure it wasn't cormorant? Merganser, yeah, it could have been an old hooded merganser. Could have been a spoonbill, a Hollywood. Uh, I don't know. A coot? Maybe somebody served you up some coot. Could have been a coot. Coots taste like ass. Know that firsthand. Uh, oh, well, short little live stream today. I'm going to go clear coat. And I do have, I am going to experiment with a little something. Uh, could have been a crow. Travis, did somebody serve you crow disguised as waterfowl? I'd like to get to the, I'd like to get to the bottom of what Travis Stearman was served. Travis doesn't eat crow. He said it wasn't a crow. Dude, uh, I don't know if I should tell this story or not, but we were having a long day in the duck blind, and we were young, dumb, you know, doing stupid shit. And we had been duck hunting all morning. We didn't see shit. And we were leaving, running down the creek, and we were bloodthirsty, as most young people can be. We just wanted to kill. It wasn't about the hunt. We were ready to, we just wanted to pull the trigger. So we saw these coot over in this grass bed. And I said, let's ambush these coots. And everybody was in agreement. Let's ambush the coots. So I said, all right, y'all get on the front. I'm just going to drive the boat up in them and y'all start blasting. So, okay. So probably illegal. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm driving them in. We get up to them. Start blasting these damn coots. And when the smoke clears, I think they killed 2. And we look up, and there's an old man and woman sitting in the yard, like 50 feet from where we shot them, drinking their morning coffee. And they're like sitting there watching their coots eat. And then we pull up like assholes and start blasting into their coots. And they're just going with like their coffee spilled out. Like, we ran through and grabbed our 2 coots and threw them in the boat and left. And I was pretty embarrassed about that. So I would like to make a formal apology to that Ma and Paul sitting there having coffee when we blasted your pet coots. I will have you know that we ate those coots because if you kill it, you eat it. So we tried to eat them, and it was tasted like a goat's dick. So they got us back for that. The universe got us back for blasting those coots in front of those people. We forcefully ate coot ass, but yeah, that's why we ate them. We had to. Let's see. I don't use color shift in my clear coat. No, uh, haven't. I like my clear to just be kind of clear. I don't know. I don't try and put much in my clear coat. And for and I don't want to get like I don't want my cup that I clear. I have one gun that I specifically clear coat with, and I don't want to contaminate it with some like bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I don't want some residue of shift powder floating around in my cup or my gun, or no matter how hard you try to clean that stuff out, like somehow it feels like it stays in there. um, but I don't know. I don't add much to my clear coat. Just clear coat. If I need color shift stuff, I'll do it beforehand. But I can understand where it kind of look maybe cool. uh, but no, I've never seen the need for it. But Juice Newton, I certainly can foil. um, I don't like it because you can't foil just everything. You can foil certain stuff. And like you can foil anything, but I don't like foiling anything. I only like certain things, so I just don't foil. I don't. It's a pain in my ass. Yeah, I just don't. I don't. I don't care to do it. I don't like the weight it adds. Uh, yeah, I don't dick with foiling anymore. Um, I used to. I used to do it a bunch. One of the things that kind of like gave me a big boost of steam in the painting world was I was taking. I had a guy send me a spitting image, and he said, "Do whatever you want to with it." Okay, so make it look like a shad. Maybe throw some foil on it. So, okay, maybe I'll experiment with the foil. So I guess this is back when I didn't have like to make like a certain amount of money a day or a week or whatever a month. So like I didn't like time didn't really matter. Like if I took that, it was just it would eat into my own personal time how long I took to do stuff, and most of the shit I was doing back then would take longer than any money I was making at it. You know what I mean? Like I was losing money at everything I did then because I would just like take forever to do stuff and never let anything like be finished. I would just be like, oh, let me add this, and then like I'm like an hour and a half into it. And but anyway, this guy sent me that the spitting image. Said, if you want to throw some foil on it, throw some foil on it, whatever. I need it, shiny. And so I put some foil on it, and I cut out a gill plate, like the whole head of the fish, like the gill plate, and I put that on there, and then I painted it and like did a bunch of shit on the head, and like it was a badass bait. And I posted that picture, and people went ape shit over that. So I found, like, I had a dude send me 30, like, after I posted that picture, this dude sent me 30 spitting images and was like, I want that on all of them. Dude, I was full in those damn things. Like, I was full in spitting images. Like, it's like all I did. I would just sit there and people would send me spitting images, and I would just sit there and push full on them and cut out stuff and put it on them. And then you got to clear coat over that. Then you got to sand that after that's clean. Then you can paint, and then you have to clear that again. So it's like painting the bait twice. Uh, and I think at the time I was charging $25 a clip to foil those baits. And even at $25, I was still losing my ass. But because it's just a time suck, and I don't know. Um, like had I had like a had had I had something that was good that I could have like dipped the bait in to like cover up the seams but that you have to wait for the bait to dry, and like epoxy is the best thing for that for what I was doing. Yeah, it was like that's the thing with it, South Jersey. Like I had to uh, I had to learn it just because that's part of my job. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't gonna be like, oh, foiling looks cool. Let me never try that. Like I had to do it, and I had to get pretty decent at it just to give me peace of mind. So I got pretty decent at it and figured out how to do it if I needed to. And I needed, you need that, you need that straw in your hat in case someday down the line you might need it. And if you call yourself if you're a bait finisher, bait painter, whatever, I feel like you need to know how to do that. Um, I mean, you might not have to be a damn pro at it, but you at least have done it on about 1,500 baits. But Marty, I'm with you. It's not fun. Um, well, here's the thing. If I were doing like if I made my own wood baits and I had like a machine pumping them out and I could do like the same shapes repetitively to where you could make the foiling system a little more automated, like as so far as like getting your shapes cut out and getting all that kind of like set up to where you could just stick it on the baits and the baits were the same shape every time, that wouldn't be that bad. But having somebody send you a RC 1.5 with like a gill plate on it and be like, oh, can you foil this? And then sending you like a Vixen or you know, just like every time you get a bait, it's something different, and you have to like deal with whatever that bait is that it has to offer in the foiling world. It's not it's yeah. Somebody else can have that job. I'll pass. Um, do I have a blacklist of techniques? What does that mean? What's a blacklist? Is that good or is that bad? Do I have like stuff I do that I would never show anybody? Or do I have stuff that I would never do? Travis, yeah, it's probably about 25 cents an hour. Uh, things you will not do. Yeah, I have a lot of things I will not do. Um, I will not, for one, paint Lucky Crafts hardly anymore. Like the older Lucky Crafts, I'm about. I've had too many of those wrinkle up on me. Um, later, Travis. Um, I've just about quit painting Hiroshima swim baits because there's about uh, it's like a time bomb. You get one that the paint you can paint on, like you can spray solvent based paint on, and then you've got some that'll wrinkle up and turn into goo. So I've quit painting his baits. I've got a blacklist of baits I won't paint. Um, techniques. Uh, the one big one I won't do is I won't. I've never I've never photo finished anything, and I used to get. That's how I kind of knew I was onto something. Uh, because like I would paint a bait and I would post it, and some dickhead would get in the comments and be like, "That's a nice photo image debate," and it wasn't photo image; it was just me painting. And then I'd have to go in there and be like, "That's all paint. Thank you for your comment." And and then that would make people go, "Holy shit, that's paint!" I'm like, yeah, I don't. And then some people would be like, "No, it's not." I'm like, yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. South Jersey, it's just a dumb thing that got started, and now like I don't know. I always see. I think I don't know who started it, but are you talking about on the gill plates where people talk about scales on the gill plates? I don't know. I don't know where that started. It's just one of those stupid ass things that grows legs and starts uh, walking. I don't know how or why, but something to talk about. Something to talk about. Something to stir up shit. It's just something else to get the comments up. Get the comments up. But anywho, I'm gonna go put. I'm gonna go paint scales on the necks of baits. Critical gravy. Take it easy, brother. Have fun at work. I'm about to go do the same. 3:36. I'm about to go clear coat these rigs. So that'll be good. Peace be with you. We got Ron Thiel left. Or Kyle. All right, where's the end? End. No, not yet. Just kidding. See you later.